Alright, so I recently came to the realization that in a lot of my videos, I tend to drop a lot of, like, historic lessons, I guess you could say. Whether I'm ranking the top 10 best Asians of all time, or the top 10 worst Asians of all time, I tend to dive into history here and there a good amount. And for those of you who don't know, I actually love history, okay? Like, it is one of my favorite things to, like, learn about. Like, the Roman Empire and how people lived, like, 1,000 years ago, that shit is awesome. But here's the thing, okay? When I say that I like history, I'm talking about the actual juicy shit that's actually fun to learn about. And I say that because usually when people think about history, they think about all the boring surface level stuff that they teach about us in school. But then you actually go and do your own research and you're like, oh, holy shit. This was fucking crazy. Like, I'm sure we all learned about slavery in school, right? You know, we all know the gist, racism, white people, black people. Go do your own research. Go look it up yourself and see all the crazy, gruesome shit that happened that we never learned about in school. And if you actually do go and do that, I highly recommend you don't eat anything while it's disgusting, okay? It's crazy. But either way, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say, okay? History can be very interesting and very fun to learn about, but the way schools do it, they just make it boring. Now, to be fair, it is school, so I don't blame them for censoring out all, like, the crazy bullshit that happened. But that exact reason is why nobody likes history in school. Okay, they only cover the boring shit. As a matter of fact, it was so boring that I would literally do my math homework in my A-push class, okay? And if you're wondering how I could possibly do 2 subjects at once, I didn't, okay? I just used Question AI. Question AI is a multi-platform AI software that is specifically designed for schoolwork. Whether you need to do math or reading or you just need to summarize something, Question AI is the app for you. The best part about it, you can get it on literally any device, okay? Laptop, tablet, phone, that's the best part. With Question AI, you can literally take a photo of a math problem, a homework assignment, or even a literal test. And by using its advanced algorithms, Question AI will give you the correct answer immediately, which can save you a bunch of time if you're taking a bunch of useless, boring history classes like I was. But now I know what you're thinking, okay? What if I actually have to learn the problems? Well, Question AI also has that covered, because they will give you step-by-step solutions and teach you how to actually solve the problem. And on top of that, math is not the only thing that you can use Question AI for. Say you're stuck in English class, you gotta read Dante's Inferno, To Kill a Mockingbird, the Iliad, yeah, all of that. You can just use Question AI. By using the camera feature, all you have to do is take a photo of the pages that you have to read, and Question AI will summarize it for you and extract all the key information. And it will quickly answer any questions that you have about the test. Now, usually the premium membership for Question AI is about $200 a year, but using my special promo code, I can get you 80% off. And for $39.99, you can have unlimited access to all the features I just mentioned. So if you ever find yourself having a hard time in school, or you're stuck in some boring history class like I was, Question AI is the app for you. Use my code, first link in the description. Alright, so I feel like the perfect way to start off this video is to talk about divine right, because not only did you probably learn about that in school, it is a very big factor in pretty much all of these stories. Now, in case you don't know what divine right is, pretty much it is the idea that someone has derived all of their power and authority from God. And I know that might sound kind of confusing, but that's pretty much what it is. They weren't voted into power, they didn't earn anything, God was just like, nah. This is the guy. He's him. And because this motherfucker is literally chosen by God, you know, the almighty power, the man upstairs, he can just do whatever the fuck he wants with absolutely no consequences, and all the Roman Empire citizens just run with it. And if you're wondering how any of this started, pretty much Augustus one day was like, yo, I'm fucking God. Like, I got this power from God. And then he gave it to his son. And ever since then, it just became a thing. Like, people just ran with it because someone said so. And the only way to get divine right is to just be born with it. You just have to be born into a very powerful family. Now, like I said before, when someone has divine right, they can literally do whatever they want with absolutely zero consequences. Okay, so when it comes to popular examples, you've probably heard about people like King Louis XIV, who built Versailles and taxed the poor. You've also probably heard about Ivan the Terrible. That motherfucker killed his own son with no consequences. And don't get me wrong, okay? Those are all very important parts of history that we should learn about, that are important to know. But let's go back to divine right for a second, because these Roman emperors could do whatever they wanted. Whatever they wanted with no... They were the fucking emperor. They were the most powerful person in the entire fucking world, like, I guess in their own world, and they could do whatever they want. So do you really think that emperors were only doing this shit for political and economic and wealth? No. Okay, they were getting freaky. These motherfuckers were doing crazy shit. And it also just shows, like, the biggest flaw in the idea of divine right, because the way these guys choose their freedom is just weird. Like, if I was a powerful Roman emperor with divine right, I'd be having chicks, like, feeding me grapes off the stem, you know, while I'm reclining, chilling, you feel me? But then you got people like Caligula, who would just fuck every girl in the empire, including his own sisters. He also built a palace that was made into a fucking brothel, and then made senators' wives and daughters work there, just because he could. Oh yeah, and let's not forget about the fact that he would just throw innocent men into pits of animals to get mauled and killed for his own entertainment. In public. This motherfucker is a psycho. Now, to be fair, he did get what was coming to him. He got stabbed 30 fucking times. You know, usually I'd say that's overkill, but this guy deserves it. But hopefully that example shows you guys what I mean when I say divine right was just a crazy fucking concept. And on top of that, dude, there was no age limit. You were just born with it. So for multiple years in the Roman Empire, there were a bunch of like teenager fucking emperors, like 13, 14-year-olds who were just the fucking emperor of Rome. This one motherfucker was 9. And it's no surprise that pretty much all of these emperors who were very young died before the age of like 22. Like pretty much all of them. It's really sad, honestly. Alright, so the next story is actually the main reason I even wanted to make this video, because we're talking about Emperor Nero, who was like the most fucked up emperor in all of Roman history. Like, first things first, his rise to power is already fucked up, okay? His mom like married the king, poisoned the king, and then manipulated her way to get her son into the throne. So now you're probably wondering, how does Emperor Nero thank his mom for doing all this for him? Well, he fucking slams her out. He kills her. Apparently she was being way too controlling. He also killed his wife, Octavia. I don't really know why. And then he beat his other wife to death while she was pregnant. Okay, this guy is just like one of Satan's greatest soldiers. And on top of all of that, he was fucking chopped. But here's where this story takes an absolutely sick turn, okay? Because this motherfucker might be a murderer, he might be heartless, he might be cold, but it turns out he's also just fucking mentally ill. Remember his wife that he beat to death while she was pregnant? Yeah, her. Apparently, he was very torn up about her death. So what does he do about this? Well, he finds a 13-year-old slave boy who looks like his wife that he brutally murdered, then proceeds to have him forcibly castrated and pretend to be his fucking wife. They also literally got married, like they had a whole wedding ceremony for them. And keep in mind, this is a 13-year-old fucking boy. By the way, his name is Sporus, and he is like one of the most unfortunate stories in all of Roman history. Because after Emperor Nero died, another emperor took his place, Emperor Otho, and he was an ex of the girl that the emperor before him fucking beat to death. Remember her? So he was like, yo, I want Sporus too, bro. So he just had to do the same shit for this other fucking emperor. He had to pretend to be a woman as a 13-year-old fucking boy. And both of these emperors were fucking with it. Like, they were like, yeah, let me take him. Like, do you guys see, like, what? And it gets even worse, because then you got Emperor Vitellius. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he was like, yo, I'm just gonna humiliate this motherfucker for no reason. Like, that was his idea with sport. Like, he literally just humiliated this boy until he ended up committing suicide, like, when he was 20 years old. So, yeah, Sporus is just a very unfortunate story in the Roman emperor. Alright, so when it comes to my final thoughts, hopefully I showed you guys the 2 best stories I could show you guys to show how interesting history can really be. You know, as I'm not gonna lie, it's only interesting because it's really fucked up and weird and crazy, but it's cool to see like how that's how people lived. Like, people really just lived like that, dude. It's crazy. So yeah, but that's pretty much gonna be the video, guys. I hope I educated at least one of you. Hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys want to see like more history content, because I honestly like love talking about this. This is like like I said, I love history. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, like, please let me know. I would love to make more. And yeah, that's gonna be the video, guys. If you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't, fuck you. Moral of the video: don't just listen to people. You know, question shit. Like, all the people in the Roman Empire, they were probably like, why the fuck does this guy just get to do whatever he wants with no consequences? And meanwhile, I have to follow rules and shit. People just accepted that as how it was, you know? And if you do that, you're gonna set the trajectory for your life in a negative way. I don't know, that's the story. That's the moral of the video. But yeah, that's gonna be the video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope I educated at least one of you. And yeah, peace out. Love you all. Bye.